American writer William Arthur Ward said, "If you can dream it, you can achieve it. If you imagine it, you can become it." I found this to be true 3 years ago when it made my future. I'm the managing director, creator, composer, conductor, and pianist of the Hip Hop Orchestra, a musical group I put together myself in order to make classical music more appealing. Now, growing up, I've always loved classical music, and everyone around me that I knew was a big hip hop head. Because of that, guess what happened? They teased me. So I imagined a world where we could have both genres into one, and why not? So I did my research, realised that there was a gap in the market, that there wasn't a regular group doing what I had in mind. So I networked via different events, and online to different social media websites, and I also scouted for talent, buskers, different events, and back to social media again. And within a few months, I had a whole group of musicians, a DJ, and a free rehearsal space, which just goes to show you that the world you thought was only possible in your mind can be accomplished with passion and hard work. Now, you have to ask yourself, why? Why do you want to make a project that will be beneficial for your future and everyone else around you? I asked myself that, so I sat myself down, because I like sitting down. I sat myself down and asked myself why. Why do I want to make classical music more appealing? And 3 reasons came to my head. First one being perception. Now, people's perceptions of classical music is that it's for, the rich, the well-off, the gifted, or what I call the older generation. It's not true. I want to prove to everyone that it's available for everyone. Second reason being that even though these composers were geniuses, they suffered through afflictions throughout most of their life, if not all their life. Like myself, I suffer from major dyspraxia, a development disorder which affects my memory, my speech, my coordination, and my concentration, which, as you can imagine, affects my everyday simple tasks, which does get really annoying, but when things get down, I look to these composers. For instance, I should have the clicker, by the way, but I haven't got it. My bad. Let's carry on. So, the first fact is this. Handel and Bach were both blinded by the same ocular surgeon, John Taylor. Robert Schumann ruined his own performing career by wearing a homemade finger-stretching device. Now, we all know Beethoven. We all know Beethoven, right? Now, most of us knew that he became deaf in later life. But did you know that he carried on composing? And the way he did this was by cutting off the legs of his piano and feeling the vibrations go through him, he could feel when the music was right. Now, the third fact before we carry on is, although I said these composers were geniuses, they were human, just like us. They had their faults, they made mistakes, and sometimes they were a little bit weird as well. Now, back to Beethoven again. He used to count 60 coffee beans every cup of coffee he had. Handel was known to order enough food for 3 people, still eat all of it. And Felix Mendelssohn, gifted composer and pianist, really good-looking guy, and a bit of a show-off as well, ended up getting syphilis from, let's say, 2 encounters, yeah? But what happened was, right, this caused the right-hand side of his body to become paralyzed. But because he was a show-off, carried on composing and playing with the left-hand side of his body. Now, his left hand. Now, picture right behind me, Mozart. Probably the most gifted and well-known of all the composers and musicians out there. Now, if you can speak more than one language, raise your hand. Brilliant. Right, that's amazing, right? But this next slide, though, will put us all to shame. Next slide. There we go. Now, as well as being a multi-instrumentalist, playing piano and violin, playing by the age of 3 and composing by the age of 6, Mozart could speak 15 fluent languages, which just goes to show how much of a genius he actually was. Now, you have to ask yourself why you want to do your thing. And when I realized why I wanted to make my orchestra, the momentum really gathered like a snowball effect. Things were happening really, really quickly. And my Hip Hop Orchestra started as of April the 17th, 2012. And in the 3 years we've been together, we've gone on to perform at the legendary Maida studios for BBC One Extra, work with various grime artists such as Jammer for BBK. We've also performed at the O2, I Love Live, Jazz Cafe, and XOYO, to name a few. Woo! Thank you. We've also signed up to a multi-award-winning agency, been approached by Britain's Got Talent on several occasions, but one of my personal biggest achievements was winning the Impatience is a Virtue Award via Virgin. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, this award was given to me because I worked extremely hard and achieved great things within a short amount of time, which just goes to show you, once again, that the world you thought possible within your mind can really happen in a short amount of time. Now, in a moment, myself and my orchestra will perform a track for you. But before we do that, something to think about. A few years ago, I made a decision to make my future for the better, to have a brighter future. What are you guys working towards that will make your future better? Remember, if you can dream it, you can achieve it. If you can imagine it, you can become it. Thank you very much. Thank you.